Could you really eat your favorite fattening foods and still lose weight? Well, a radical new device, really a shocking new device, could hold the key to consequence-free indulgence, but it is not for the faint of heart. It's a weight loss stomach pump that actually removes some of the food you eat from your body before it turns into fat. Now, as cringe-inducing as that might seem, does it work? Is it safe? Is it even right? Here's ABC's Juju Chang.
In the battle against obesity, it seems people will try just about anything, from soup to nuts. There's the caveman diet.
You can't eat like a hunter and gatherer if you're sitting on the couch.
The stomach-turning roadkill diet.
I mostly find pheasants and rabbits, squirrels and hares and foxes and badgers, blackbirds, hedgehogs of course, then occasionally seagulls.
You get the idea. But while prepackaged meals,
I lost 40 pounds and I gained confidence.
Or portion-controlled regimens are good at helping people lose weight,
I lost over 50 pounds on Weight Watchers.
most dieters overall gain it all back. It's that yo-yo effect that's driving those who've suffered from morbid obesity towards more and more radical options that often involve a scalpel. The latest, less invasive approach is called AspireAssist, and it's basically a feeding tube in reverse. Creating an opening in your stomach requires an inpatient procedure. LOTTA FRISK says she's tried and failed at seemingly every diet.
I ate the wrong things. I ate a lot of cookies, bread, fat stuff, candy. I ate fat food.
So she took a radical step and joined a clinical trial in Sweden for the shocking new weight loss device that's now being tested in the U.S. The feeding tube in reverse basically pumps a third of the food you've eaten right out of your stomach, about 20 minutes after every meal, so fewer calories are absorbed. In 6 months, LOTTA has lost 76 pounds.
It's a big help and a boost when you're standing on the scale.
But we have to warn you, how it works may be hard for some to stomach.
In this procedure, a tube is placed into the stomach and food is drained out of the stomach once the food is eaten.
So like 20 minutes after, right?
Yes, 20 minutes after someone eats, about 1/3 of the food is drained out. And as a result, it appears as though people feel full. They wind up eating less food.
Dr. Louis Aroni will be head researcher of an upcoming American clinical trial. He says that although the device is still in early testing, it seems to have long-lasting effects.
If we look at the pilot studies, the average weight loss was about 20% of total body weight. That's equivalent to lap band surgery.
Now, mind you, the lap band surgery squeezes the stomach with a silicone band, which is not to be confused with gastric bypass, which reroutes your small intestine to a smaller stomach pouch. And of course, there's the sleeve gastrectomy, which basically removed 85% of Melanie's stomach.
I had my surgery 5 months ago. I had the gastric sleeve, and I've lost 83 pounds.
Compared to those other forms of bariatric surgery, the AspireAssist is less invasive, less costly, and is not permanent. But that doesn't make it less controversial.
We want people to be normal. We want them to enjoy the quality of their life. We don't want them attached to a bathroom or attached to a syringe.
Dr. Mitchell Roslin, the chief of bariatric surgery at New York's Lenox Hill Hospital, doesn't think the feeding tube option will be as effective in quieting the brain's hunger signals to the stomach. He doubts the device will work long-term, like surgical methods do, in changing patients' eating habits.
The researchers say, well, the initial data suggests that when you get this, people eat less.
If you continue to siphon 30% of what you eat, you will maintain the weight loss. When you stop doing it, I would bet my bottom dollar that your eating is actually going to increase and go beyond what you used to eat, and you're going to gain every last pound back.
But Dr. Aroni, who spent decades as a foremost obesity researcher, respectfully disagrees.
Are patients able to change their lifestyle when they're able to have their cake and eat it too, so to speak?
One of the most interesting things about the pilot studies has been that people appear to reduce their food intake. And this needs further study, but it seems to help people to comply with a better diet.
So it's not like they're cheating with the feeding tube?
It's not like they're eating a tremendous amount of food and then they're just draining it out.
And then, of course, there's the added ick factor of what you need to do after every meal.
It's sometimes a little yucky, a little smelly, but it's nothing to, I don't think it's a big problem at all. I just feel that relief to lose that food.
You know, one of the things, though, is with weight loss, what has surprised me, and it's really, really problematic, is what people will sustain in order to lose weight.
But what surprised researchers most is that 1 year into the U.S. study, 70% of the patients were pleased enough with the results that they asked to keep the tube in indefinitely. Patients like Lotta are required to have counseling to learn to chew more, eat slower, and fill up on water, which may prevent them from gorging.
I think it's wonderful. It's easy and it's no problem to flush.
So much for the ick factor. For Nightline, I'm Juju Chang in New York.